Even those who you entrust to follow the Islamic law and guidance will laugh at their own religious expectations and obligations for a check.
Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on and join our amazing family because we bring you the hottest celebrity stories, social media dramas and trending conversations. Today's story is one of that honestly caught so many people by surprise, to be honest. Popular YouTuber Chinutay, I don't know if I got her name very well. She has come out with a heartbreaking video titled I Am Getting Divorced. And honestly, when I saw that title, to be honest with you, I thought it was a clickbait. You know how YouTube titles can be very dramatic sometimes, but after watching the video, you realize that they're not completely being serious. Now, before we get into everything she said, let me make something clear. This video is simply my reaction to what Chinutay herself shared publicly. We have not heard from her husband, so this is not about taking sides or declaring anyone guilty. It's simply discussing what has already been made public. Okay? So now that your mind is into it, let's get into the video. For those who don't know Chinutay, she's a content creator who has built a loyal audience over the years. Many people admired her marriage because from the outside, everything looked beautiful. They appeared supportive to each other. They built a family together and they shared pictures or parts of their lives online. Okay, that's why this announcement shocked a lot of people. Now, one lesson social media teaches us over and over again is that appearances can be very deceptive. In fact, it can be very different from reality. Okay, people can smile together in pictures, post beautiful family moments, and still be going through very serious problems behind closed doors. And you never know, you can't even tell. In her video, Chinutay explained that deciding to get divorced wasn't something she woke up and chose overnight. I mean, who does that? Okay, nobody. Hardly any woman does that anyway. According to her, it was a decision that came after a long period of emotional struggles and difficult experiences. Of course, she spoke calmly throughout the video. There was no shouting, no unnecessary drama, no name calling. Instead, she seemed like someone who had reached a point where she simply just wanted peace. She don't want drama again. She's tired of drama. You understand? And honestly, to be honest, that part stood out for me. Sometimes when people finally speak after carrying pain for a long time, you can hear the exhaustion in their voices. Okay, one of the things she talked about was feeling disrespected in her marriage. Again, these are her own words and her own experiences. She also mentioned that success and money can sometimes change people, and it's true. It's very, very true. Because that statement immediately got people talking. Because we've seen situations where financial success creates unexpected problems inside relationships. Have you never seen them before? Sometimes couples struggle when one partner begins earning significantly more than the other partner. Sometimes pride enters, sometimes jealousy enters, sometimes control becomes an issue. So, of course, every marriage is different and we don't know exactly what happened in theirs, okay? But it certainly opened up a wider conversation. Can money really destroy relationships? What do you guys think? Do you think that money can destroy relationships? Do you think that success can expose problems that were already there? Or does success simply magnify existing cracks? Okay, those are interesting questions, okay? Another thing that really caught people's attention was our discussion about the divorce process itself, okay? According to her, separating hasn't been easy. She suggested there have been disagreements, of course, including financial matters. Again, this is based on her account, and we have heard we haven't heard the other side of the story, but from her own account, it seemed more about financial issues, okay? Divorce itself is already emotionally painful. If you no go know. If you've never been there, you will not know. When financial disagreements are added to the mix, it can become even more stressful. It can become even more mind-blowingly stressful. Should I stress it again? So many viewers, of course, we sympathize with her because divorce is not a good thing anyways. Others said they wanted to hear from her husband before forming an opinion. Now, wow, people shall get opinion. And honestly, Well, I think it's fair. Whenever relationship stories become public, people naturally pick sides, okay? But the truth is that relationships are complicated. Very, very complicated. Sometimes both people contribute to problem in different ways, and it's the truth. Sometimes one partner suffers more than the other. It's still the truth. And sometimes you'll never know the complete story because only the two people involved truly know everything that had happened. Now, here's another thing that is really that really got me thinking. Have you noticed how many influencers' marriage seem to be ending lately? Have you cooled down to just check? It almost feels like every few months another couple announces they're separating. Check on YouTube. Like every week, just check how many people announces I'm getting divorced, I'm divorced, I'm separating, a new chapter, I'm moving. Just check. Does it mean that social media is putting pressure on marriages? Because the thing there, clear for my eyes. Oh, does constant living life in front of cameras create unrealistic expectations? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or is it simply that we hear about influencers' divorce more because their lives are already public? Anyway, let's think about it. But when your relationship becomes part of your brand, every disagreement suddenly becomes much bigger. People start analyzing your body language, they compare old videos, they create theories. Sometimes complete strangers begin acting like relationship experts. It's sad because that pressure can't be easy at all. One thing I appreciate about Chinutay's video was that she didn't spend the entire time attacking her husband. She focused mostly on explaining why she had reached this decision. That doesn't mean everyone will agree with her, but it did make the video feel personal rather than sensational. So let's talk about something many people overlook: children. I know that marriage was blessed with 2 children. So whenever marriage ends, children are often the ones affected the most. Even when parents do the best to protect them, divorce can still be emotionally challenging. So I sincerely hope that whatever happens next, both parents should continue putting their children first. Sorry if you're hearing the background noise, okay? I don't know what's triggering the dogs in my area. That's more important than winning arguments online. Now, let's talk about social media reactions. As expected, the internet has been divided. Some people fully support Chinutay, others believe there's another side we haven't heard. Some people even started digging through old videos, trying to identify signs that the marriage was already in trouble. You know how it is now. Isn't it funny how once news like this breaks, everyone suddenly becomes a detective, FBI? People start saying, I knew something was wrong. I noticed she wasn't smiling. I saw this coming. Meanwhile, before the announcement, almost everyone believed everything was perfectly fine. Oh. You see, that's the internet for you. Everyone becomes an expert after the news comes out. Now, one lesson I personally take from this story is that we should stop comparing our lives to what we see online. Many people spend hours wishing they had another person's marriage, tapping from their marriage. But behind those beautiful pictures and videos we see online, maybe silent struggles nobody knows about. Social media usually shows highlights, not arguments, not the tears, not sleepless nights, not difficult conversations. So instead of envying people's lives online, maybe we should simply appreciate what we have and continue working on our own relationships. I also think the story reminds us that communication is incredibly important. Many marriages don't collapse overnight. Problems often build slowly over months or even years. If those issues remain unresolved, eventually one person reaches a breaking point. Again, I can't say that's exactly what happened here, okay? I'm simply speaking general, on a general note. Now, I'd like to hear from you guys. Do you think influencers' marriage face unique pressures? Do you think success changes people? Or do you believe success simply reveals who people really are? Whatever your opinions are, or whatever your opinion is, let's keep the discussion respectful, okay? Remember that there are real people behind these headlines, okay? Thank you so much for watching.